Hey everyone, in this video we are going to talk about finding hot selling products from dropship suppliers such as AliExpress using the product research tool on Anstrex dropship platform. In order to invoke this tool, all you need to do is to go into the sidebar menu and click on the product catalog entry, which will lead us right into the tool that allows us to research various products by third-party suppliers such as AliExpress, Dhgate, Banggood, etc. Before we delve into the actual working of this tool, let's familiarize ourselves with the user interface a little bit, and I want to show you a couple of things as well before we get started. First thing I want to show is that we can collapse the sidebar by clicking on the hamburger icon as shown here, and that will allow us to see more products on the screen. As you can see, if I hover my mouse over the sidebar, you can temporarily pop up the sidebar if you ever wanted to do that. Similarly, hovering my mouse away will cause the sidebar to collapse by itself. If you want to see the sidebar permanently again, all you need to do is click on the hamburger icon one more time and you will go back into the original default view. The next thing I want to talk about is various filters that allow you to narrow your search results and help you in finding the products that you're looking for. Let's start with the drop-down filters first. First one is the supplier. You can narrow down your search by selecting one of the suppliers. As of now, we are supporting 3 suppliers: AliExpress, Dhgate, and Banggood. In the future, we may add more. In essence, we allow you to search multiple suppliers using a single user interface, which is pretty useful. The next filter is the category filter. We have hundreds and hundreds of categories listed here, and some of these categories are not easily accessible on supplier sites such as AliExpress, since they are hidden, and our tool makes it a lot easier to find those categories which are not easily seen on supplier websites. As you can see, there are multiple layers of categories nested within each other, and you can view each one by just hovering your mouse over a parent or a child category, which will pop up a nested menu to show you the categories within a parent category. You can also type a search phrase here and find the category you are looking for. So for example, I can find many relevant categories by just typing a few letters such as sweat as shown here, and then it will show me all the related categories here such as hoodies, sweatshirts, sweaters, etc. The next one is the country filter, and this filter allows you to narrow the products based on the countries where it is in huge demand and a lot of orders are being received from. Following that is the shipped from filter. This allows you to shortlist the products based on the countries that it is being shipped from. And then you have the shipping method filter. And as you can see, we have a ton of shipping methods listed here. And you will be able to find the products that are being shipped using a particular carrier or a particular shipping method. And the last one, and certainly not the least, is the sorting option that allows you to view the products in a certain order. And there are plenty of sorting method and functions available here. For example, you can sort the products by its popularity, percentage growth in last 30, 60, or 90 days, total number of orders received over its lifetime or orders within the last 30, 60, or 90 days, the date it was first seen on the supplier website, duration, etc., etc. Below that, you have what we call it as sliders. Sliders are special kind of filters which have only numerical values associated with it. And we have 4 different sliders. As you can see here, the first one is the price range. The second one is the duration, which is the number of days for which the product has been active on the supplier marketplace. And then you have a slider for the number of individual orders, followed by the rating slider, which allows you to narrow down the products based on the star rating it has received over its lifetime. And as you can see, each slider here has two handles, one on the left and other one on the right. And you can adjust these handles and narrow down the products within a specific range. Alternatively, you can type the numerical values in the boxes provided here if you have specific values in mind. Now let's take a moment to understand the product listing area by focusing on one of the products from the screen. As you can see that there are multiple fields listed for each product. And let's start from the top. On the left side, you see the date on which the product was added to the supplier website, which in this case is AliExpress. On the right side, you have the date on which the product was last seen by us. Below that, you have a thumbnail image of the product along with a superimposed icon of the supplier logo. Below that, you have the item name as listed on the supplier website, followed by the star rating from the reviews of the actual buyers of this product. Below that, you have the supplier price in US dollars. Below that, you have the orders that were received in the last 30 days for this particular item, followed by the total number of orders that the item has received during its entire lifespan. And then the last item here is the percent growth that has been seen for this item within last 30 days. Below that, you see the category that the particular item has been listed under at the supplier website, followed by the shipping data, and it lists the countries where the product can ship from, which in this case is China. Below the ship from data, you have the actual name of the vendor that sells this product on the supplier website. And lastly, you see the geographical data, which basically shows you the top 5 countries where the buyers are located for this particular product. Okay, now that we are familiar with the user interface on this particular screen, let's try to use some of these search filters and functions to find a product or two. And before I do that, one of the first things that I want to do is reset and clear all the filters and sliders by clicking on this Reset All button. So now we can begin. So let's say I have a store that caters towards buyers from United States, and the store basically carries mobile phone accessories. And I'm interested in finding a USB-C charging plug for the store. So one of the first things I would do to find a good product using our product research tool is to go into the category, and I would type the word charger. And I would select the category mobile phone chargers from the drop-down list. And as soon as I applied that filter, you can see that the product listing has changed, and it's showing me all the products that belong to this particular category. Next, I'm going to go into the shipping method filter, and I want to select the items that are being shipped using AliExpress standard shipping method, which some of you may already know is one of the most popular shipping methods that is being used by the dropship stores within the United States. So now I have products listed here which actually belong to the mobile phone charger category and are being shipped using the AliExpress standard shipping method. Next, I'm going to apply some sliders here. The first one will be the duration slider, and I want to see products that have been around for at least 4 months or more. So I'm going to move this left handle to around 120 days. That basically will make sure that I have products listed here that have been around on AliExpress for more than 4 months. Next, I'm going to apply another slider filter, which is the order slider. And I'm only going to list products that have total order count in the range of at least 1,000 or more by moving this slider. Just to recap, now I have products that belong to mobile phone charger category that uses the AliExpress standard shipping method, and has been around in the supplier market for more than 120 days and with a total order count of 1000 or more. Now I'm going to start looking at each individual product. And as I said earlier, I'm interested in mostly products that are USB plug-in type chargers, and I see several of them listed here. So I'm going to start with this one. So when you click on the item, you are presented with a multi-tab view, which basically shows you various parameters and specification for the item that you have clicked on. The first one is the description tab, which basically is extracted from the supplier website. In this case, it is AliExpress. The next tab is one of the most important tab, which basically gives you a monthly sales history of the product. This data is not available anywhere. AliExpress doesn't share this data with you. This is something unique to our platform, and it's extremely important because it not only tells you about the trend, but also gives you useful information on whether a product is seasonal in nature and what the past history of the product has been over years or months. So in this particular case, you can see that the product history is decent with a fairly large number of orders in the last couple of months. And we're going to go and look at the variant or SKU tab to make sure that we have the US version of the product available. And as you can see, this particular vendor has the US version of this particular USB charger plugs available and with sufficient quantity, as you can see here. Next, I'm going to look at the Geo tab, which basically shows me the distribution of the buyers from around the world. And I can see that this particular country or this particular product is being bought by buyers across the globe, and therefore it's expected to perform well. The next tab is the image tab, which basically lists all the image provided by the supplier. You also have the option here to download all the images into a zip file by clicking on this icon. And the final tab is the shipping methods tab, which basically lists all the available shipping methods for each country. And the country that is alphabetically first is Afghanistan. So that's the one that is listed by default here. We will change this to United States to see the available shipping options. And as you can see, we have AliExpress standard shipping as an available option with a lead time of about 25 days and a tracking also as an available option. And the shipping costs are fairly reasonable. It's only 36 cents per unit. So I think this would be a great addition to my store. And I'm going to go ahead and view this product on the supplier website. And I can then use the Google Chrome extension from Anstrax to add this product to my store. Actual product import steps already explained in one of the other video tutorials, so I won't get into that right now. But this is one of the ways that you can identify the product that are appropriate for your store and quickly look at the sales history and gain an understanding on how well the product will most likely do once you add it to your store. And before I conclude this video, I would like to reiterate that our product catalog or our product research tool is an awesome way to quickly find hot selling products for dropshipping store owners, and our tool offers you some unique data such as monthly sales volume, geographical distribution of the actual buyers, and visibility into some unique categories that are not available on the supplier website, nor on the competing products for that matter. Currently, we have data from 3 different suppliers, AliExpress, Dhgate, and Banggood, and we will be adding more suppliers in the very near future. So you can imagine how powerful the tool will become, where you can search multiple suppliers on a single user interface. With that, I will see you in the next video and show you how to quickly import the products to your store using our Chrome extension. Cheers.